Hey, what is up here, guys? Chainster Cool here, and in the corner, I'm kissing a fish because we're talking about a very stinky topic. Alright, first things first, I'm going to play this just so we can have a talking point and then kind of go from there, okay?
Let me extend an olive branch to everyone. I 100% agree. Being slugged is boring for survivors.
Holy shit, really?
If you're a content creator, if you're slugged, it's just dead air. I acknowledge it sucks, but I want to try and dig deeper into the situation and maybe help people see slugging as more than just killers being toxic. Now listen.
Holy fuck, slugging's boring? I never would have guessed. Cool, let's go over this because it's just a very... I'm gonna be real with you, I fucked up this recording like twice to 3 times because I wanted to block out the title because I don't want any hate on this guy. I agree with a lot of what he says. Yes, technically, slugging is stronger than hooking people currently, right? I get ignore so many perks and everything, but I think a lot of people tend to forget why those perks were introduced. Those perks were made because genuinely, it was not fun having nothing to go against when the killer decides that you're his little bitch and he's getting you out of the match. That's why Decisive was invented. Excuse me. Slugging was already an issue. We already had a slug meta for a little bit, and then they added Unbreakable. This is what people don't understand. Behavior will change this because it was already a boring fucking tactic. As an OG player who was there before, yes, we already had a slugging meta. Let's go over it. Okay, cool. So, sorry, I love this topic. This topic's just really funny to me because I don't understand why, like, they defend this topic so much. Like, yeah, it's so boring and shit, and I hate it. But then it's like, let's go over why, and it's like, dude, it doesn't matter why. It ain't gonna stay in the fucking game. So, let's talk about what they'll probably do, though, because this is what really annoys me with Behavior's logic. Instead of actually adding a proper system or something cool to where I'm not getting bled out for 4 minutes by a nurse running this type of shit, instead, all they're gonna do is gut a already terrible perk knockout, and just fucking remove the blindness or give it for like 20 seconds. This is what Behavior does. Maybe they'll do something and make it better, but probably not. Or they're gonna make another survivor, right? They're gonna have like a stupid fucking perk that's just like, if 2 or more survivors are down, one of you may pick yourselves up. That's it. That's all. That's how Behavior has done this for years now. And I hate it so much. But whether people want to acknowledge this or not, Slowdown, so one of the points he makes is that it's so much stronger because Slowdown was nerfed and we don't have to deal with second chance perks. Dog, Killer's at a 60% kill rate right now. If you're really struggling with Killer, I don't know what to tell you. Killer has been the easiest it has been in years. I get that it can still be frustrating because Survive with Friends are so obnoxious, but you know what might help that? If we don't make Survive with Friends a mandatory thing to play this fucking game because of how many stupid things can happen. That's why I would like to see solo queue buffed in a way to where, you know... fuck, I don't know, man. Solo queue is so inherently bad, and I shouldn't be required to have all 3 of my teammates have 4K hours and no life the game like me to go against like an average killer who's put in like 500 hours and on a, I don't know, a trapper or something. Just because he ran some perks. But no, those slowdown perks were nerfed for a fucking good reason. It made the already abysmal solo queue experience even worse. And again, as someone who plays with a friend who doesn't put a shit ton of hours into the game, when I play with him and he goes down and pain res pops because he can't last a Jace for 2 seconds, it sucks, and the killer has pop. I mean, it's just that's why it was nerfed. Survivors who aren't gods can't stop the killer from getting pressure, and so it was always a dice roll if you ever play with randoms that, you know, or if you played with a friend and he wasn't good, then, you know, you're kind of fucked. But that's a different topic. Let's go back to slugging. So, 100% this is gonna, like, slugging's not gonna stay. There's too much outcry. It was already an issue at the start of the game. People don't seem to remember that that's why Bill was added. That's why Unbreakable was added to the fucking game, because slugging was already a fucking terrible issue back then. So the issue is that Bill was added, I think, before Leatherface, and only just now recently because people are so upset that they can't just tunnel and camp someone to death and they actually have to maybe play the game a little bit. It's now easier to, which, yes, it is easier to just slug someone and slug the entire team. Here's the issue, though. Even from a design point of view, even a developer POV, if you look at that and your player is sitting there on the ground for 4 fucking minutes, your mind is instantly going to jump to, that's not good, I need to change that. So maybe they'll add up a give up button. I would be completely fine with that. You can have your slugging build. Just understand the moment I see knockout, me and my whoever I'm playing with, we're just going to go next. Enjoy your fucking boring match. This is like, whether people want to understand this or not, you can't keep players in a match no matter what. It's ridiculous. And whether, it's up to behavior. And I've said this before in my other videos, defending going next, is that it is completely up to behavior to fix their game. It is beyond ridiculous that, again, when you have the like a killer like the nurse can exist and not be touched for years, but we still somehow just have people saying killer's way too hard when at any time you can click on nurse or blight and pub stomp nearly 80% of your lobbies. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you really want to win your games, go play those two. That's why, again, I know it's not fun. That's why we should make things more balanced, yeah? I don't think trying to circumvent half the perks in the game is quote unquote. I mean, it's not like it's unbalanced, it's just also not. It's just not a good design point. It's like how people used to drivel for DS because it was such an issue, you know? So, again, maybe they'll give something for killer in return for removing slowdown, but I don't know. Because, like I said, if you're already struggling a match to the point to where you're having to just use knockout builds to win games, I don't know what to tell you, man. Because you're still, again, here's the thing: you're still going to go against Swifts who have, I'm at Shaq, come heal me, and they're probably also running We're Gonna Live Forever anyway. So, I mean, if your issue is Swifts, you're still going against and losing against Swifts. This only makes solo queue worse. At the end of the day, slugging just makes solo queue worse. That is the real truth about it. And solo queue is already the most abysmal part of the game. I just don't see a world where they keep this in. Maybe for like another year because it's fucking behavior. They can never get their priorities straight, but 100%. Maybe we should have someone go against Matthew Makote and make him play that hag match again, but instead, he's Survivor and the killer is like a blight with knockout, and then we'll really see how much fun he has. Alright? Alright, cool. Anyway, have one for us today, guys. You stay safe. Bye-bye.